This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Today's video is brought to you by you. So many of you requested the kind of a second run of the Trump mugshot merchandise we did early, but now that we have a real mugshot, we actually made one with that, and you guys requested it, and here it is. So if you want to help support the channel and get something physical in return, you can go to dollemore.info, get yourself a sticker, a t-shirt, a mug, something to commemorate the wildly successful ex-president and his current legal predicament. I would appreciate it very much. Listen, let's talk about Fox News. Yeah, it's kind of a typical topic here. Peter Doocy, well, let me start here. Fox News specializes in a couple of different things. One is the monumentally lack of talent set of individuals that they employ. The second thing is outrage. It's really their entire focus, whether it be they're coming for your gas stoves, over my dead body, are you going to come into my home and take my gas stove? Never was a thing, ever was a thing. It's just experts have pointed out the carcinogens, the cancer-causing agents, the poisons that are released into the air due to use of gas stoves. And that some municipalities across the country have begun to say that new construction won't include gas stoves. Nobody's coming for your gas stove or my gas stove. I have a gas stove. But it's outrage. It's fear of everything that's going on in the world. This is what drives their ratings. There was one of those Fox News movies where one of the characters said that, think about what would either titillate or strike fear into your grandparents, and that's how Fox News runs their headline operation. And it's always stuck with me because it's so apt. It's so real. But Peter Doocy, who's the son of Steve Doocy, their morning show goofball, they've given him a job just to show just how little ability you need to have other than just be connected to somebody. And he is a thorn in the side of the White House press secretary. Always asking stupid questions, misrepresenting quotes and facts. He's just the ultimate nepo baby, just a dum-dum extraordinaire. And yesterday, he asked the White House press secretary about a study, about a finding, about new guidelines that may be changing, guidelines, not orders, about the amount of alcohol we should consume. The recommended daily amount of alcohol, in this case, what would be a weekly amount of alcohol. No one's coming for your beer. No one's coming for your wine or your whiskey. I drink. I'm not worried that the ATF is going to come storming into my house and raid my liquor cabinet and take it away, or put meters on each bottle, knowing, trying to control the amount that I drink. It's recommendations. It's the same thing with like how much grains and fiber you should eat in your diet. They are recommendations. And so Peter Doocy took this moment to posture the question that then got run away with by Fox News and their website about, is this what's going to happen? Are you going to start telling people how much alcohol they can and cannot consume? It's classic nonsense from Fox News. Watch this.
Does President Biden want to limit Americans to 2 beers a week?
Where is this coming from? Maybe I didn't miss you so much. Where is this coming from?
All right, well, Dr. George Koob, who is the director of the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, says the U.S. may soon follow Canada and recommend just 2 beers a week. How do you guys think that's going to go?
Let me tell you what I'm not going to get involved in that question right there. I have no idea. I've not seen the data. I cannot speak to this. I will leave it to the experts and not weigh in.
So if the experts say 2 beers a week, that's okay with President Biden?
I will leave it to the experts. I'm just not going to comment on that.
Okay.
It is nauseating. Maybe it's jealousy that I don't have a rich and famous daddy on Fox News who can get me a job, like I would work there. But here's where this comes from. This George Koop is his name, K-O-O-B, Koob. He works for the government, and he develops guidelines just like this. And we may follow Canada. Now, logic would follow that if Canada has these same guidelines that now Fox News is so worried about, are they prohibiting people from consuming more than what the guidelines are? No, the answer is no. Alcohol is a neurotoxin. Alcohol is a cancer-causing agent. After my colon cancer last year, there were several things that were recommended. Reduce your intake of alcohol, reduce your intake of smoked meats. I have a smoker, I enjoy smoking a brisket once in a while. That is tremendously detrimental and is a cancer-causing agent. It absolutely is. So if the government, in the interest of public health, has a guideline that, hey, listen, this is poison. We know people like it. It makes people feel good. It alters your reality to some sense. But we want to recommend a certain amount. We want to let you know what we believe is healthy and what is not. This is not a mandate from the federal government, Peter Doocy. So the Fox News headline ran away with this. Biden White House dodges on recommendation Americans stop at 2 beers a week. Did she dodge the question, or did she say, I don't have anything for you on that? What are you even talking about? It's a question so far out of left field, she didn't have information at her fingertips. And this entire line of questioning was taken from the tabloid newspaper in Great Britain called the Daily Mail, who did an interview with him, and this is what they had to say. Biden's alcohol czar warns Americans could soon be told to limit themselves to just 2 beers per week under strict new booze guidelines. This is not at all. And then when you get into the article, you realize exactly what the story is. Americans could be urged by officials to drink no more than 2 beers per week as part of a strict new alcohol guidelines. Biden's health czar, now he was the alcohol czar, now he's the health czar. They don't even know what he is. Told DailyMail.com the USDA could revise its alcohol advice to match Canada's, where people are advised to have just 2 drinks per week. Dr. George Koob, who admits enjoying a couple of glasses of Chardonnay a week, gross, said he was watching Canada's big experiment with interest. If there's health benefits, I think people will start to reevaluate where we're at. In the U.S., he told DailyMail.com. Current U.S. recommendations say women can have up to 1 bottle of beer, small glass of wine, or shot of spirit per day, while men can have 2. But those guidelines are up for review in 2025. Asked what direction the guidelines could change, Dr. George Koob, the director for the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, you realize how deep we are into this article that they finally give his official title. He is not the alcohol czar. He is not the health czar. He is the director for the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. He said, they're not going to go up, I'm pretty sure. So if alcohol consumption guidelines go in any direction, it would be toward Canada. And again, the guidelines are currently under review, although the updated versions may not be published until the end of 2025. So this is the most important news of the day for a man who sits in the White House press briefing room and has an opportunity to ask the spokesperson for the most powerful person on the planet a question. This is where he goes. Daddy should be proud. Steve Doocy, I'm sure, his heart is swelling with pride at what an accomplished journalist his goofy son is. Only there because his last name is Doocy and his dad's name is Steve. What do you think? I'd love to know. 714-576-4054 is where you can leave me a voicemail, a brief voicemail. You can also email me, daily@dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to support the show, you can buy a sticker, a t-shirt, a mug with Donald Trump's mug on it, 4 times a charm. I would appreciate the support very much. It goes a long way toward keeping the lights on and the microphones, keeping us flush in microphones. You can also do it on a month-to-month basis. Click the join button below. For $2 a month, you can become a channel member, hit the super thanks button, or go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Thanks for joining me today. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere. And I will see you next time without a drink in hand. Be genuine. Take care of one another.